Hey team, hope you guys and gals out there are doing great. So today's topic, I want to go over another question I was asked, and that is how many miles should my long run be? Okay, your long run, and it's going to vary from athlete to athlete, but it's usually around, your long run should be around 25 to 30% of your weekly mileage. Okay, so over the years when I was training for marathons, in these longer races, maybe the 10-mile, half marathon, and marathon, I would routinely do long runs anywhere from around 17 miles out to around 30 miles was my longest long run that I did. And I only did that one time. And I don't necessarily recommend you're not going to get necessarily better benefits by going that far, going that much further than the marathon. I did several 27 milers. I did plenty of 20 milers, 21 milers, 22 milers. So, running around 35 to 40 kilometers in distance if you're not here in the States and you focus on the kilometers. If you're in these shorter races, if you're training for an 800 meter or a 1 mile, 2 mile on the track, 5K, the great news is you don't have to be doing these super long runs, but you also want to make sure, as I talk about in all these other videos, is the importance of not running slow every single weekend. Okay, yes, you do want to run slow, and it's still important to run slow. I definitely don't want you to misunderstand what I'm saying. But at the same time, if you're trying to run faster over your chosen event, you have to train the body to clear lactic acid more effectively. Okay, these athletes from Ethiopia and Kenya and America and other parts of the world that are making it look easy, it's not just because they're talented or they have genetic capability. Of course, they do have that, but at the same time, these athletes have to work extremely hard, and they're training at extremely high intensities and for a higher percentage of their weekly volume. Okay, I always talk about and I remember Dr. Joe Vigil, a mentor of mine when I was in college, one of the world's top exercise physiologists. He was given a presentation and he discussed how the best middle to long distance runners in the world train. And of course, he's worked with a lot of great athletes. He's coached a lot of Olympians. And one thing that really stuck out was he said that the very best middle to long distance runners are running about 40% of their weekly volume at or below their anaerobic threshold. That is running anywhere from around 88 to 92% of max heart rate. Okay, so of course, these athletes are able to sustain goal race pace, and they make running very fast look easy for a reason. Okay, so if you're having struggles, if you're having problems in your training, or you've just not hit the types of times that you've been aiming for, go back into your logbooks and look at your weekly training. How often are you training at or below your lactate threshold? Okay, again, we want to improve the body's lactate tolerance. Okay, so running easy every single weekend for your long runs is not teaching you to race and prepare for an all-out race on the roads or on the track. Okay, so you definitely want to alternate. Okay, one weekend you're running a varied pace long run, and that might be, say, like maybe like a 16 miler. Okay, if you're training for a longer race, first 2 miles easy, maybe 8 miles at 10 seconds faster than your goal race pace, then a couple miles easy, 1 mile at 20 seconds faster than your goal race pace, and like a 1 mile cool down. Okay, so again, you want to vary up the paces. A lot of times over the years, as far as long runs, I would do, like I talk about, I would do like a 20 miler, and I would run every fourth mile under 5 minutes. Okay, now that's very fast and very aggressive running during a long run. Okay, but I was trying to break a 2 hour and 22-minute marathon. That was a goal of mine that I had back in 2007. That's 5:25 mile pace for 26.2 miles. So whatever pace you're going for, if you're trying to run under 4 hours for the marathon, you got to get 9:09 mile pace or 5:41 kilometer pace to feel easier for you. So spend some miles, spend some kilometers training well below that sub 4 hour marathon pace during your long runs. So, but just keep in mind, if you're training for a more anaerobic event, it doesn't matter if you're training for an anaerobic event like a track race, like a 3K or a 5 kilometer or 10K on the track or on the roads, or you're training for a longer race, 10 mile, 5 mile, half marathon, or marathon, we still have to work on our leg turnover and work on our leg development. Okay, so doing hill repetitions, running on hillier terrain, jogging on those easy days so that you can adapt. Okay, again, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks for the body to adapt to anything you're throwing at it. So right now, if you're just starting off your training block, don't get depressed and don't get too far, don't get upset because you're not able to hit those paces that you really want right now on the track or on the roads. Just be patient. Your body will adapt to the training, but it's going to take about a month for your body to really handle that particular intensity and get to a point where it's no longer so much of a challenge for you that you can run even faster and provide yourself even less recovery between your intervals, okay, on the track or on the roads. So that's really key as well. But in terms of how long should your long run be, if you're training for, again, around 25 to 30% of your weekly volume is what your long run should be. And again, every athlete's different. And also if you're feeling fatigued, check your heart rate in the morning, right when you get up. If your normal resting heart rate in the morning is like 60, and for whatever reason, you get up and it's like 72, you need to either jog that day or take that day off. It's much better to allot yourself a little bit more time to recover than to try to go out and run a poor workout and not hit the splits that you're aiming for. Because really all you needed was either another day of jogging or another day completely off. You're not going to lose any fitness in a day off. You could take a week off and not lose any fitness. So keep that in mind as well in terms of if you're feeling fatigued, start monitoring and writing down in your logbook what your morning heart rate is each day. And then that way, if you notice that your resting heart rate in the morning is like right around 47 or 49, and it's continuing to be around 58 to 60, and you see that 5 to 8 to 10 beats per minute higher than it normally is, then okay, I need to really take that day easy. If you had a track workout planned, swap that day out with an easy day and just go out and jog for a couple miles, a couple kilometers, rather than doing that track workout that day. And then do the track workout or the hard anaerobic workout you had planned, do that the following day. Okay, that way you have a little bit more additional time to recover, and then going into your next workout. But keep these things in mind in terms of your long run. Again, around 25 to 30% is kind of like the golden rule in regards to how long should your long run be. Again, focus on quality over quantity. Train smarter, not harder. There are a lot of resources below all of my videos or on RunDreamAchieve.com there for you if you want to really work to take your training to the next level. Feel free to leave me a comment below. I will definitely reach back out to you and respond. And if you have any other questions or concerns, I'm here for you all. I definitely want to help to get more athletes around the world to not only see these videos, but to really help them set a new personal best. So I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you all in the next video.